What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and in today's video, I'll be previewing the Group E fixture between Costa Rica and Germany. This game will be played on December 1st at the Al Bayt Stadium. And in terms of the results so far for both teams in the group, Costa Rica suffered a heavy 7-0 defeat on opening day against Spain, but miraculously bounced back to pull off what was a shocking 1-0 win against Japan. Don't know how it happened, but it did. In terms of Germany, well, they didn't start off too well. Lost the opening match 2-1 to Japan, but somehow bounced back a bit in a 1-1 draw. I come from behind 1-1 draw against group leaders Spain. In terms of the group, Spain on top with 4 points, of course. Japan a second with 3 points, while Costa Rica a third with 3 points, but with a -6 goal difference. And Germany at the bottom with 1 point. So Germany know what they need to do. So in terms of the head-to-head between the two teams, guys, these teams have only met in one previous meeting, and that was at the 2006 World Cup hosted by Germany, where the hosts went on to win the game 4-2. So they do have the history on their hands. They do have the advantage as well coming into this game. So, look, in terms of injuries and suspension for Costa Rica, Francisco Calvo picked up a second yellow and won't be available. And in terms of changes that Luis Fernando Suarez could make, look, he has to put his best 11 out there. And in terms of his best 11, I think someone just comes in for Calvo and play the same team that picked up the win against Japan, right? Kesha Fuller would be jubilant picking up that winning goal. Joel Campbell had a better game. Maybe Brian Ruiz could be involved. But, you know, the team bounced back well, man. It's not easy to pick yourself up after being smashed 7-0. But they've had the least shots at goal at this World Cup. All they need, literally, is to squeeze out a draw. We'll get to what each team needs. But a draw would be perfect, and hope that Spain gets the better of Japan, of course. So, look for a few changes. Not a whole lot, but look for, I think, the team to set up very defensively as well, of course, a low block, and try to deal with Germany's attacks. There's going to be a lot of attacks to deal with, dealing with guys like Musiala and Fulkrug who might come in. We'll get to all of that. But Costa Rica know what they need to do. They need to be very dogged and tenacious if they are to stay alive at the World Cup. So in terms of Germany, they're sweating the fitness of David Raum, who's actually a doubt. And are they going to make changes? Hell yeah. Hansi Flick has to make changes. It's do or die. Leroy Sané should come in, and Nicholas Fulkrug has to start. Who he's going to left out, it's left to him. Maybe Thilo Kehrer would come in, maybe at right back. It's left to be seen. But Germany has to make changes. It's a must. It's a must-win game. And I think it's set up nicely for Germany, where they play Costa Rica, the weakest team in the group. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it a buck. And it's set up nicely for Germany to say, okay, the setback against Japan, come back there against Spain to pick up a point and just get themselves into the tournament with a win, right? And get their confidence up. It's left to be seen. Don't write off Costa Rica. That's all I'm saying. Japan could actually vouch for that. They could attest to that. So in terms of some key insights, guys, number 3, Costa Rica have won just one of their last 11 FIFA World Cup games against European nations, drawing 5 and losing 5. Most importantly, drawing 5, recording a 1-0 win over Italy in the 2014 edition. Indeed, 6 of Costa Rica's World Cup 2022 squad featured in the win against Italy. Celso Boheads, Brian Ruiz, Joel Campbell, Keylor Navas, Yeltsin Tejeda, and Oscar Duarte. They're going to need those experienced heads against Germany, indeed. So for Germany, let's start with number 2. Germany have won 6 of their 8 FIFA World Cup matches against CONCACAF nations, drawing 1 and losing 1, though their only defeat in this run was in their last such match against Mexico in 2018. Also, number 5 is very interesting. With Germany, Germany had 35.9% possession against Spain on match day 2, their lowest ever share in a World Cup game since 1966. breaking a previous record of 39% set in 1986 against Morocco. Indeed, Germany have failed to win their first two group matches in a single World Cup for the very first time. Crazy when it's unprecedented stuff, I should actually say. So what does each team need to advance? Let's just pull up the stats and we could take a look at the table. Guys, look at what the probability there is for Costa Rica. It's a 3% win probability, 90% win probability for Germany. Wow, and only a 7% draw. So the odds are really stacked up against Costa Rica there, man. I'm telling you, when you talk about odds stacked up against you, perfect example. So look, in terms of what each team needs, for Costa Rica, they just need to avoid defeat and a Spain win versus Japan. With a win, they're through. A loss, they're out. If they draw and Japan win, then it would be Japan and Spain going through. It's that simple. So look, for Germany, it's a little bit more complicated, but it's a must-win game, and they would hope that Spain beat Japan. If Japan wins, goal difference would actually come into play with Germany and Spain. And if you look at Spain's goal difference, let's say they lose to Japan and go down, let's say -2. They'll go down, they'll be +5. Germany would then need to beat Costa Rica by about 6 goals. That's going to be hard. It is possible, but it's going to be hard. A win and a better goal difference if Spain versus Japan draw as well. So they would need to beat Costa Rica by a good enough margin to surpass Japan's goal difference. And it could actually get a bit complicated if it's level. They're out with a draw or a loss indeed. So, guys, my prediction here. What do I think's going to happen? Do I think Costa Rica are going to shithouse their way to another 1-0 win or a 0-0 draw, a 1-1 draw? It is quite possible. Who knows what the football gods have in store for us? We don't know. And that's the thing that I love about the 2022 World Cup. It's a lot more, mystery around it, a lot of element of surprise. But to be honest, man, it will be, I don't know, like I predicted some things and they gone the total opposite way. So who knows what would happen? As a U.S. native, CONCACAF region, I would love for Costa Rica to get a draw and Japan to lose to Spain and Costa Rica go through along with the USA. But it's going to be tough. It is going to be really tough coming up against Germany because if they set up, they will be setting up in a low block. They will be defensive, and they're going to be having to deal with a barrage of German attacks. And the guys like Musiala, you see Fulkrug, Sane, Gnabry, Muller, all these guys, once they're involved, I think they'll be able to unlock that Costa Rican defense. But let's say they're not able to. Keylor Navas, a masterclass. You never know. But going forward, I don't think Costa Rica would pose a lot of threat to Germany. They've had no shots in the first game against Spain, 4 shots against Japan. They managed to score 1. How many would they get against Germany? Maybe 2, 3. If so, they will have to capitalize on those moments. Joel Campbell, Jewison Bennett, all the youngsters, could be involved here. You never know. Costa Rica could actually pull off a shock upset here. But I don't think that's going to happen, man. I think Hansi Flick and Germany, they have their backs against the wall. It would be very shameful if they are to be dismissed twice in a row. 2018 as the champs and 2022 coming back. That would be a low, all-time low in German football. 2018 was already an all-time low, and they haven't started off very well. Listen, sky's the limit for Germany. It's up to them if they want to actually bounce back and go into the next round to, really get their World Cup campaign started. So, look, what's in the next round for these teams as well, right? This is Group E. Group E take on Group F. So, Germany could be playing Belgium, Croatia, even maybe a Morocco. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? But it is set up very, very nicely in the round of 16. Germany, in my opinion, I think will make it with a 3-0 win over Costa Rica. If Costa Rica manages to do it, man, oh my God, I'll go crazy. But 3-0 to Germany. I think Fulkrug would get on the score sheet again. Maybe Musiala, Leroy Sané, maybe a Rudiger, who knows. But Manuel Neuer won't think would have a lot to do in this game, but he will be heavily involved with distribution and being involved in getting that ball passed back to him to spray it over, down the wings. Because look, with Costa Rica setting up very compact, Germany might need to go down through the wings and try to get in from behind there. But look, Germany 3, Costa Rica 0, in my opinion. Go check out the preview for the other match, Spain, Japan. Okay, so guys, thanks a lot for tuning in to yet another one. I'm your boy Dominic Rich. Appreciate you. Like the video if you haven't yet done so, subscribe if you're new. And until my next one, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace. I had to pull out the blazer for this one, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, baby. Yeah.